Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Doug Campbell with Right Way Options, and this is the morning market preparation video for Hump Day, September 19th, 2018. So, my goodness, we had a really good day in the market yesterday with those bulls showing lots of power, lots of strength, lots of willingness to push. Now, if we take a look at the Dow had really the best day yesterday, breaking through this resistance high, showing lots and lots of strength. And now it's pushing for this target up here of the all-time high here in the Dow, trying to recover that and looking very positive and bullish, like it may make it there. Now, this morning we're seeing kind of an interesting market. The Asian markets were bullish overnight. European markets are flat to modestly higher. And our futures right now are pretty flat on the day. So we're not looking, at least at the moment, for a follow through. Now, is that a bad thing? Of course, we always want follow through. As traders, we always want to see the market go up, right? But obviously, that doesn't always happen. And a little rest would not be out of the question after such a big move in the Dow yesterday. A little rest, even a little pullback or a little profit taking would be okay. And the diamonds is really in a good position to absorb a pretty decent little rest here. So nothing major here to worry about in the diamonds. Let's take a look at the SPY. SPY holding up quite well. You can see all-time high breakouts in here, but we didn't quite make that new breakout high in the SPY. Those bulls seem to try really hard, but just couldn't quite push it on through. Doggone it. They really were giving it a shot, but weren't able to quite push it through here on the SPY. And so the SPY, is still in that situation where it's locked in this little consolidation area. And a pullback in here is okay, but we certainly want to see that follow through and that push out. We don't want to see any bearish candles or anything appear in here suggesting that we're failing at that resistance high. So we need to see some follow through, some push through to the upside. Now, the one that's really, I think, in one of the most precarious positions is the Qs. This is the all-time high breakout, this line right here. There's that all-time high breakout. And what happened here in this is clearly we broke that support, and then we rallied and we made a lower high, failing at our uptrend line. So this currently right now is the look of a downtrend beginning, and we needed to see those Qs really push through that resistance level up here and get back above. But unfortunately, it wasn't quite able to hold on to that yesterday. And that's really okay if we end up just consolidating here. That's not a problem. We can just consolidate here. What we do not want to see is we do not want to see any profit taking or selling that would create any kind of a bearish appearance to this, because that, if this were to become bearish in here, a down candle be placed, that would certainly lend some credence to the possibility of finishing this downtrend pattern by making a new low, breaking through this support. That's not what we want to see. So a rest or consolidation in here would be perfectly fine, but a failure here could be really nasty. So we need to see those bulls really follow through here and hold up in the NASDAQ. If we take a look at the IWM's kind of in that same field. It ended up holding above this breakout support, but didn't really show a lot of confidence yesterday, and this morning is looking to move just a little bit lower here. So we need to see that recovery in here and hold on. We don't want to see even this index. We don't want to see that failure right there turn into a downtrend. which easily could happen. And honestly, that low right there came very, very close to making that happen. It wouldn't take much push to the through down to create that potential downtrend on IWM. So we need that to hold up. So by and large, I think the market is very bullish. It's holding up quite well. Okay. The bulls are certainly still in control, but there are those little questions here that we have to pay attention to. So if the market does start to falter a little bit, you want to focus on that. The Qs and IWM, they may be providing those clues for that potential rollover. Let's take a look at the VIX here real quick. The VIX itself, no fear showing up here yesterday. Nice little pullback with that rally. I would have thought that it would have pulled back more, considering, you know, how much we rose the day before, and we completely wiped out the day before. But fear didn't pull all the way back. So we want to watch this really close, and just remember, as we approach this level of support down here, we'll have to be conscious of what's going on, that fear could creep back in, and we'll have to watch that closely. But let's hope that just continues to drift on lower here. On T21-22, 4-week new high, new low ratio, you can see we didn't, with all of that move yesterday, with such a big move yesterday, we didn't really make a dent here in T21-22. So once again, we're in that situation where we have plenty of room to move downside, plenty of room to move upside. And we don't know, we're not getting any clues from T21-22 which way that might go. So just kind of keep that in mind. We have lots of room. We could go either direction. That's what this is telling us. So we still have to remain just a little bit cautious in our trading and be careful not to overtrade a market that's bouncing around like that. On the economic calendar today, we have a couple things that could move the market around. We first have the housing starts here. Housing starts are expected to actually increase. We're looking for those housing starts to go up, as well as permits to go up. And then, of course, we have the petroleum status number at 10:30. That can move the market around depending on whether or not that shows a build in supply or reduction in supply. That can move oil prices considerably, and obviously that can move the market a little bit. So keep an eye on those two reports today. But we're done with the economic calendar at 10:30 today, so early on that. On the earnings calendar, we have 12 companies reporting earnings today, and before the open, Copart is really the most notable, and it looks like Copart, I can't tell if it's reported here or not. If it did, it reported pretty much in line, I'm guessing, and relatively flat. So keep an eye on Copart here at the open. After the bell, most notable is going to be Red Hat. So keep an eye on Red Hat after the bell today. With that, everyone, hey, I wanted to comment just really quickly on something that's been coming up a lot. You know, this has been clearly a challenging time in the market. The market's been chopping around, doing a lot of intraday reversals. And I've been receiving emails and comments from folks that they're really struggling as a trader. Now, I wrote about this today in the morning blog, and if you want to read the morning blog, just make sure the link will be in the description of the video today. But I talked just a little bit about responsibility. And if you're struggling as a trader, if you're losing money consistently, it's really time to fess up to that and take that responsibility. I see so many people that try to blame it. Well, if it weren't for what the White House did, or if it weren't for those darn market makers, or if it weren't for the news, I would have made money. But the fact of the matter is, you're responsible for your trading. And if you're not making money, if you find yourself losing money consistently, well, your account is actually proving to you that there's a problem. And if we keep doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result, well, that's what Einstein called insanity. So it's time, if that is occurring, it's time to back off your trading. It's time to stop. and get some help with your trading and get that figured out. Now, your account is proving to you that if you're losing money consistently, that there's a problem. So you have to fess up to that and take responsibility. No one else is going to do it for you. I hate to see people in that situation, but it happens every day in the market. So if you're finding yourself in that situation, please make sure that you step back for a little bit. Take a breath. Find out what's going on with your trading. Don't be one of those folks that continuously provide liquidity to the market and watching their account just continuously shrink. So get some help, find out what's going on, what's causing that problem, and don't just keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting that somehow that will change your result. It usually requires a personal change. It requires you to step up to failures that you're having in your trading and things that you need to correct. So make sure, I just hate seeing people lose money. And I know it's been happening a lot lately. I'm seeing a lot of those emails and things from folks. So please, please, please don't let that continue, okay? Step up, take responsibility to your trading and get the help or make the changes necessary to improve your trading. So with that, everyone, hey, I want to wish you all a fantastic day. I want to wish you great profits. And if this is the first time you have seen these videos, please do me a favor. Click that subscribe button on YouTube. Click those thumbs up buttons. Also click that follow me button on Facebook if you happen to be watching it there. Drop a comment, and always, always, always feel free to share these videos with any friends and family. Everyone, I want to wish you great success. We'll talk to you all bright and early Thursday morning. Take care now.